Peace. What's good, y'all? Once again, it's on with the show. Captain's log. Start date is day number 2, 2 days into the month of June. The year is 2015, and the time right now is 11:53 a.m. Pacific on a Tuesday, which says that it really is Tuesday because today is the second. So it's Tuesday the second, and I wanted to take a quick second or minute, few minutes to go ahead and do this video. I feel that this is important to actually come out of my mouth. And just saying it off the top of the head, I'm just reporting the news as it's going along. So, what happened after the start of a good morning is I have a relative that actually was doing some moving and they left some stuff here. Um, Actually, it was last summer, and there was this basket that was inside of one of the cabinets downstairs in the kitchen in the castle, and I was looking for something and I just happened to run into it, and inside of the basket was this candle. um, I looked at it, it had a little Jesus thing, I guess for people that's religious. But when I actually looked at it, it was turned this way. But I decided to go ahead and bring it out and light it up just to see what happens and take things to a different level and new perspective. Now, when it comes to this, this is actually a post or a subject that I was going to do a post about, but I actually didn't get around to it. But I still keep this up on my shelf. It's Success 10-minute boil in a bag white rice. What had happened was I prepared some fish and had this box of rice, and then I had thrown it away. And then I got up the next day and I was going to take out the trash, and I looked inside and there was this box sitting inside the trash can staring at me. And I said, man, maybe that's the problem. Subconsciously, I'm throwing away success, so I should take it, wipe it off some, and put it up where I can see it. So I keep this box, a little visual creation, creative visualization tool, uh, just to make sure that I'm focused on success, because actually it's just a word, and a word represents an idea. So that's how that came about, and I decided to combine it into two images for this post for Candlelight Vigil. Also left the Candlelight Visual definition or description from Wikipedia on pimphop.com if you want to read it. But that came about because I guess it's just about applying a different type of thinking. As you know, if you're anywhere in reach of the internet or social media, there's some things coming out that are basically just different and causing us to have to adjust our thinking and adapt to new situations, which I'm fine with. But I feel that my different thoughts and ideas are just as valid as anybody else's. So I notice people do these candlelight visual things, and ever since I was young, I've had an interest in why people do what they do. I've never just been one to feel like you should just do stuff just because it's what you do. Like the Geico commercial says, have a clear reason and understanding of why you and other people do what you do. What is it? Identify the payoffs that reward people's behavior, as was spoken about in the prior post. So, with this candle and candlelight visuals, let's focus on it. Once again, all of this is just happening spontaneously, and I'm just sharing the news with you. We see a lot of those when people die. There was a freak accident about 3 years ago down the street, and some dude got hit when he was on a motorcycle and crashed into the wall. And they keep candles there, and they've been there for the past 3 years now. That was in 2012. Yeah, at the in the summer of 2012 is when that happened, and you notice those types of things. People leave candles and flowers, and they had a big one out there, but the city came and made them have to tone it down. But the people that live in the house right there on the corner, they keep it cool, and they allow the people to set up a little memorial site for where the guy was, where he crossed over, I guess is what you want to call it. And I've always had an interest in why people do that. Like, why do people leave candles? What does it represent? And same with Hollywood Boulevard. If some well-known celebrity passes, graduates, they're going to do a candlelight vigil. Or if there's some tragic death, or just a few different reasons why people do these candlelight prayer vigils. I also wonder about people saying certain stuff like, you're in my thoughts, you're in my prayers. I guess there's some kind of significant or benefit of being in the thoughts and prayers of another person. Something having to do with awareness, and that definition of candlelight vigil, the description says that it's about bringing awareness to a certain cause. My thought is that we can bring awareness to a good cause. I'm just going to test this out, good to experiment with new behaviors and see what the end results are. So I don't think we always have to be waiting on some bad news in order to light up a candle. I think we can actually celebrate, light up a candle, and give thanks, and have it be a blessing for the living, people that are moving forward, people that are growing, people that are expanding. So it's our own show. We can do it how we please, so that's how we're going to do it. For those who are interested and not scared of new things, it's just basically setting up a candlelight visual for people who want some awareness going to the good cause that they represent, which is success and prosperity and whatever all those positive, fluffy buzzwords that people these days on the internet leave quotes and memes about. But we're really doing it in real life. I think it takes real action, and that's why I want to go ahead and get on the mic and holler at you real quick and just share that insight, just my opinion, my outlook, my perspective, and it can become yours once I share it with you, and you can agree or disagree. But that's all it was. The day is just getting started. If it does ever really get started, and I want to go ahead and knock this out. My favorite snack: sunflower seeds. Putting some seeds from the flower of the sun into the system and see where it takes us. But all in all, the day started off pretty positive, and want to keep that tradition going. So we're just going with the flow, using the Force, Jedi Master Yoda. But there's really nothing to it but to do it, and I just want to shift the awareness, open up our mind, and change the thinking, get out of this fear-based thinking all the time, death, misery, destruction, and people wanting to play the hero and come show some support. And I think we can just take that effort or energy and dedicate it to a good cause and see where it takes us. So lights are on. Shout out going to you. And I guess it's like the good book says, let there be light, and there was. Consider that another victory. Consider that another victory. And going from ashy to classy, we definitely stay at a state of peace. So peace.